I was really hoping for something better as I started that sentence.
We all were, Cody.
Oh,
We all were.
That is a true fact, and it is also true.
And also a sick burn.
Listen to this, we're playing a game. If it's a swing and a miss, then we're the ones to blame. We'd be remiss if it was ever the same. You're wasting all the time. Another hour gone, did you hear the chime? You're wasting all the time.
This episode has been recorded in advance for Thursday, October the 20th, 2016. The Halloween special comes out next week.
Hello!
Hey!
And welcome to Wasting All the Time.
A podcast.
My name is Dave.
I'm John.
And I am Cody.
And we are going to waste all of your time. Are you ready?
Are you talking
Let's
to us?
begin.
Wait, shit, sorry. I thought I didn't know if you're talking to me or the audience, and I was already.
Well, I was looking at you,
Does this look like fucking Howdy Doody?
but I was talking to the audience.
I don't know what Howdy Doody is.
Is this Blue's Clues?
Is it?
That would be so
No.
much exciting.
God damn it. It would be so much excitinger.
Blue's Clues, the Gritty Reboot.
Yeah?
I was waiting to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Steve's been murdered. Blue is just
It's Blue the dog.
out on the street.
Maybe.
You know, she starts finding clues to his killer. You know, she finds his kidney.
Oh, God.
Looks like it's had a cigarette put out in it.
Does it turn out that she's the killer?
No.
Oh.
No.
Kind of like a Dark
But,
City kind of thing going on.
She knows that the brand of cigarette left in his kidney is the one favored by Mrs. Pepper.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In the end, it turns out that that all the clues, point to one suspect, but they were planted
Dun, dun, dun.
frame a suspect.
Roger Rabbit?
No,
Who framed him?
Christopher Lloyd.
That makes sense.
And in the end, the murderer, Steve's murderer, is
He wasn't called Christopher Lloyd, though.
no, he wasn't. He was Judge Doom or something like that.
Dude, there.
Gotcha.
Who's the murderer? It's killing me.
Cliffhanger!
It's Paprika.
Twitter shins.
You undermined my cliffhanger with giving it an answer.
That's okay. You can cut it out.
So, we're going to read out the top 3 tweets ever on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
They are not necessarily addressed to us, but in our glorious, magnanimous spirit of glorious magnanimosity.
But humble.
Yeah. We're so good we don't have to be humble. We are giving out the answers to these tweet questions. The first one comes from Baddie, Baddie, at mlec212. These kids are doing a presentation right up my alley. Tacos and Drake and Future?
Some of those sound really good.
That is the question. There are 2 question marks. I tried to make that inflection. That's it. These kids are, letter R, doing a presentation right up my alley. Tacos and Drake and Future?
Tacos and Drake.
The artist, musical artist?
Or the dragon?
Drake the Dragon?
The pseudo-dragon.
Yeah.
Drake is the name for
pseudo-dragon?
it.
Yeah, it's just
Drake the pseudo-dragon.
Yeah.
Lived on the net. I mean, first of all, doing a presentation right up someone's alley is...
It's kind of rude.
Yeah. The big long after it kind of implied they didn't know what to make of that.
Yeah, yeah, like consent may have been spotty.
Dubious consent, you might say.
Certainly not affirmative and enthusiastic consent.
So what about the triune of elements here? Tacos and Drake and Future.
Tacos are amazing.
Sure.
Drake, I'm not familiar with his stuff, but I understand he is very well thought of. Future, is there going to be one? I don't know.
Was.
Oh.
So there was a Future? Mm-hmm. Did Batty, the one who submitted the tweet, did they call it out then that we don't have a Future?
Well, I think there still is one now.
I think he's questioning.
See, there it was.
Its existence.
You referred to the future in the past tense. You said there it was.
Yeah,
it's not the future.
It was the future of when I said.
But when you referred to it, it wasn't. So you didn't refer to the future.
So I think there's gonna be one. Then the future happened, and then I said there it was.
But it wasn't the future.
It would have been easier with tacos. Because then you could like eat them.
Tacos are a less amorphous concept.
It's there, and then you eat it, and then you're left with a future that is satisfaction.
But an absence of tacos.
And Drake's.
Which is just like the future. Because once you've had the future, it's no longer there.
True.
And the alley is probably referencing bowling. So it's like you go to have a game of, 10-pin with the artist Drake. And you have tacos.
Nice. This bowling alley has tacos?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
I think almost certainly. And then it's gone like the future.
There we go.
What else we have? I think we really nailed that one.
I think we did.
Covered all bases.
This one comes second, number 2 tweet, which is second. 2 is second, number 2 tweet from Katie at Fisherwood_1212. Now this one's all in caps, so I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna scream it, but I want to try to give it the kind of oompa.
Well, if you do, just use proper mic technique.
Okay. All right, here we go. Carrie, you have a show in 24 hours that is 19 hours away. What are you doing in Nash?
Getting ready for the show?
But it's in 24 hours, which is 19 hours away.
Oh.
You have a show in 24 hours that is 19 hours away.
19 hours flight?
Oh, that probably makes more sense.
Of transportation time?
I thought Katie was trying to equate 24 hours to 19 hours. Like, you have a show in 24 hours. That's 19 hours away.
It's in New Zealand, and you are now... So what are you doing in
Nash.
Nashville. Or Nash.
I don't know. She put a space and 3 question marks. I think maybe she had room for Vil.
Not maybe necessarily if they wanted to have all of those question marks. I guess it depends on where your priorities are.
That's true.
Right.
Getting dem question marks.
Interrogative emphasis or spelling out the name of a town completely when people would get it with far less.
Well, I, for one, am going to say that, this is clearly not a true Carrie Underwood fan, because any true Carrie Underwood fan would know that Carrie Underwood possesses special mystical powers over the forces of time, whereby she can suspend time while she moves through space, allowing her to seemingly be vast distances away, when in truth she can cross those distances. And
Is it like a Wrinkle in Time
Almost
thing with the ant on the string?
I never read that book
I
because
didn't either. I just know that metaphor from it.
I hate ants
I'm not a fan either.
and wrinkles. I always iron my shirts. I buy wrinkle-free shirts.
That seems like cheating.
Number 1.
Number 1. From Saint Pest at Kid Fury, which is a sentence I never thought I would hear myself say. I helped you to the bathroom, and you want me to pay for my room?
Yeah.
Moral dilemma of the ages.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can sympathize with that sort of feeling of injustice. It's like, I think it's pretty well understood. It's a societal norm that if you help someone to the bathroom,
Right.
your room is no longer your responsibility
Yeah.
financially.
I think it goes back to the Vikings, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Like, that's an old tradition. Because if you couldn't get to the bathroom on your own...
If you help someone out to the outhouse,
Yeah. Ye old outhouse.
the oldie outhouse of the tavern inn, and then your room should be paid for by that person.
Yeah.
That's,
Or by everyone, because then they're not using the bathroom in the tavern.
right.
They're not just like going to town. You know what I'm saying?
It's crisis aversion,
Crisis aversion.
and in order to to reward that kind of behavior, then you get the room on the house.
That makes sense. So, Saint Pest, I think your righteous indignation is justified here.
Yep.
I think you have shown the world whoever did not pay for your room, the next time, tell them, get to the bathroom on your own.
Yeah.
I feel like we need more information.
Oh, I don't know. I feel very, very satisfied with.
So, Saint Pest, go ahead and write us. Let us know. Go to
Yeah,
wastingallthetime.com.
if this ever gets back to you.
Like,
At Kid Fury.
I need to know, was the function being aided a number 1, a number 2, just a hand
number
washing?
3.
We don't really talk about number 3, though.
4.
No. Come on.
Could have been number 5.
No. I'm going to be sick. It's fucking indecent, ridiculous.
Should I help you to the bathroom?
No, I can't afford to give you the room. Just there's probably an empty beer can around here somewhere I can use for my number 7. So there you go. Those are the tweets. Top 3 tweets ever. We've answered them.
Very good.
Knowledge given to the world. You're welcome, world.
Then let us move it right along.
Let us.
Upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards. I say we go fruitwards.
Well, now it's time to play Fruitwards. Fruitwards is a game we play utilizing cards of 2 kinds of colors. Red cards are nouns and green cards are adjectives. We'll draw 1 card of each color and improvise a scene inspired by these words.
Good energy.
Dave, draw the
Let's do it.
cards.
Yes.
That's some oomph on it. I liked it.
Yes. How about suspenseful doctors?
All right, Mr. Jacobson, thank you for coming in on such short notice.
Absolutely.
There's a lot to go over.
Okay.
Your chart here. Well, I mean, take a look. It's very intense.
Well, I'm not a doctor. Doctor, maybe you could interpret this for me.
All right, I'm the doctor. Okay, so, man, how to say this? This is rough.
I've been feeling good ever since our last.
No, yeah,
checkup.
you would have. No, you would have. That makes a lot of sense.
Would have?
Given, well, if my prognosis is correct, and you actually have, I mean, okay, let's take it back. You said you've been feeling good.
Yeah, pretty good lately. I mean, your advice about getting a little more exercise during the day really.
Oh, if only I'd known. If only I had
known.
known. About, well, your wife, she's still around, yeah?
Yeah.
You guys do things, you go on dates.
Yeah. Well, in fact, we're planning a trip this summer
Oh, wow.
to Thailand.
Oh,
Never been. Looking forward to it.
oh, shouldn't.
Excuse me, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Those test results have come back.
Oh, those test.
The test results
Are
Oh, you
from
guys,
the blood work.
Oh, that kind of test. I thought you were doing like continuing education or something.
were there any?
It was as you suspected, doctor.
I'm sorry. We were having a little bit of a chat. He called me in for a meetup.
Oh,
checkup.
yes. I know all
I don't know
about.
if you. Is this for
I
another
know all
patient
about
or
you.
is this for another patient?
He knows
or-
about your
Is this
condition.
for another patient? Or?
No, these are your results, sir.
Did I take tests? When did
We
was
drew
that the
your
last-
blood.
In anticipation.
Right.
Of,
You may recall I had trouble finding
The vein. Yeah, I do.
your vein. Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
did the results show any of the particular protein?
They did, doctor.
Should I stay here or?
Have you been feeling seasick at all?
I mean, I haven't been out to sea.
That's probably safest.
Going to check this box.
That's a good plan. Mr. Jacobson, have you ever felt... Now, I want you to be very generous with this definition. In the past several weeks, have you at all felt tired?
Yes.
It's worse than I suspected.
I mean, most evenings, after dinner.
Tired in the evening?
Yeah, you have that final meal and you get a little lethargic, and then it's getting dark, and
That surgery may have to come sooner than we expected.
your surgery.
I'd say don't worry about it. It's routine, but you should, because it's not.
But doctor, that surgery has only been attempted 5 times.
I know. On monkeys.
I feel like I missed a step.
You've been missing steps.
No, I mean in this conversation, as convoluted as it is, what surgery?
I think we'd better run more tests.
Definitely.
Do I need surgery? What? I've been feeling fine.
I don't know if need is the right word.
What word then?
Sir,
What?
are your affairs in order?
I've never had an affair. My wife and I are very happy. We're going to Thailand this summer.
You should keep your heart rate down, if possible.
Should I? Okay, well, why don't you take my heart rate
It's
if you're a doctor?
It's not going to change anything.
Well, don't tell me to keep it down when you don't know what it is. What? Look, I left work for this. What is going on?
I think it's his right to know.
I think it'll cause a panic. I don't think we can afford that many
Who's
incidents.
panicking? Will someone please tell me something? You've been asking all these questions.
You have what we call, in the medical field, a condition.
Sir, you're in a coma.
Thank you. Finally, some answers. What does that mean? Cool.
That was a good one.
Let's see what the deck has in store for us next.
What has in store the deck for us
Well,
now?
Contractual Insomniac.
Now, Mr. Stevens, welcome to High Hall. This is your birthright. Should you choose to accept the stipulations in your great uncle's will.
Well, if it is my birthright, then I should see it through to the best of my ability, should I not?
Yes. Now, in order to fully come into possession of this property, your great uncle stipulated that you must spend the first 3 months of your residence here wide awake.
Why? Wide awake when?
At all times.
At all times?
At all times.
At all wakeful times?
At all times.
Every times.
You must. Every time, yes. You must not sleep
For 3 months.
for 3 months. He believes that only through that stipulation will you truly come to appreciate the beauty of this majestic manor house.
That's very interesting, and that's what the will stipulates.
That is what the will stipulates. Should you fail to meet this stipulation,
Yes.
High Hall will be converted into an orphanage.
An orphanage. Well, I mean, all right. Look, I suspect that maybe there's been some error in translation or understanding or interpretation. Would you mind reading me verbatim
Sure.
this part of the will, just so that I can have some confidence in?
Yes. Yes, here it is. Clause 5, paragraph 9.
Right?
Yes. Given that my great-nephew, Carl Stevens, is an unappreciative, cranky old bastard at the tender age of 27.
What? Was there a comma there?
No, but
He's saying I was at 27 a cranky old bastard.
Yes.
Yes, that's me.
The will is a few years old at this point.
I see. Understood.
So,
Carry on.
given this, it is my wish that should he desire to inherit any part of my property,
Yes?
he must show his appreciation for its beauty by remaining fully conscious at all times for a period not less than 3 lunar cycles or calendar months, whichever is the longer.
It's also a fiscal quarter.
He makes no mention of a fiscal quarter here.
He never was interested in money.
No, that's actually that's elsewhere in the will that he talks about that.
I see. Well, that was rather explicit. And pretty much what you had said. I congratulate you on your paraphrase. It was adequate and accurate. I wonder, aloud to myself and to you also, how this would be feasible. 3 months. I believe hallucinations begin to settle in after just a couple of days, day or two.
Maybe he envisioned this as a sort of a vision quest for you.
I mean, that would have been better if he had suggested ayahuasca then, I think. Or peyote, even.
No, he's very specific about the no drug
gold
policy.
caps. Oh, I've got to stop drugs? Damn. Right, well, I guess I better get started. How will this be verified?
We will have a team of litigators working in shifts, monitoring your activity.
And will you be here now and again?
Now and again, yes.
Okay. Good. Well, High Hall is destined to be mine, I suspect. We cut to the next time that the guy's there to check up on him.
Well, Mr. Stevens, it's been 2 weeks. We're about halfway there. How are you feeling?
Do it. Do it. It's going well. It's good. It's hard, but it's good. It's good.
I understand that you still, from the reports, I understand that you are still managing at least 20 lucid minutes per day. Well done.
Just throw the confetti and call off the dogs. It's good times here at High Hall.
Exactly. The banana in the monsters.
Your people are very friendly.
No, I chose them specifically for their pleasant demeanors.
We cut to the next time you visit.
Well, Mr. Stevens, you're at... You're at 10 weeks. 2 weeks to go. You're almost there. How you holding up?
I don't like cauliflower anymore.
Anymore was the because clearly in his own mind he's established previously that he does like cauliflower.
Let's do something different.
Let's do a different thing that is not this thing we are currently doing.
That was brilliant, Dave.
Thanks. Who about
Eh.
angry therapy? Therapy, Cody. Angry.
The rap. Oh, I thought it was the rap. Okay, please go ahead and send in my next patient.
Certainly, doctor.
Buzzer sound.
Well, hey there, Doctor. Nice to meet you.
Hi, please come in. Have a seat right here.
Okay, well, I'm excited to get started. I've heard great things about your practice.
Yes, you have.
And looking forward to really delving into it.
Good. Okay, so why don't we start with you? Tell me a little bit about what you perceive your problems to be.
It's a couple of different things. I'm diagnosed attention deficit disorder, but without the hyperactivity, I just kind of space out, and I get like kind of obsessive about things like.
Are you joking me right now? Are you serious with this shit? I kind of space out sometimes. That's what you're telling me is going on here. That's your problem.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a serious problem. I mean, I've lost jobs over this.
So you suck at jobs and at paying attention.
Well,
awesome.
I have a medical condition that makes it difficult for me to focus. But I'm on the medication now from the last therapist. I'm just like trying to learn additional coping mechanisms.
Okay. So this is clearly having a kind of a negative response.
What? Wait, what?
It's a kind of a new radical idea I'm trying. It was anger therapy.
Anger therapy?
Instead of letting you get angry at me, the therapist, I would get angry at you to see if it could snap you out of whatever is wrong with you.
Well, I guess in that moment I was pretty focused on defending myself.
Okay, good. So we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep going forward. So why don't you keep talking about your problems?
Oh well, where was I? I have some weird obsessive tendencies around, particularly around like album titles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I just get really obsessed about like how many letters are in the album title name, and like would they fit on a marquee in a way that's symmetrical, or would they be a little off center? And
You think that's bad? I have to brush my teeth with an even number of strokes. I have to count people's syllables as they talk and see if they fit in a dodecahedron. If they don't, I have to coerce them to keep speaking. You got your album title thing. I mean, really, that's not a bigger problem. I have to take prime numbered steps whenever I'm going somewhere.
Prime numbered steps?
Yeah, if I get somewhere and I haven't ended on a prime number, I have to go around again.
Whoa.
Like, so your album title thing, really, like, it's not that bad. I think you like.
Sorry, doctor. That's a lot to bear.
Okay, now how do you feel?
I feel it's complicated how I feel. Like I feel like on the one hand, I feel a little bit better because like what you were describing your symptoms as.
I don't really have those. I'm actually pretty great.
Well, up until you just said that, I was feeling like a little bit better, like, oh, well, my problems aren't so bad. But then on the other hand, I was feeling like really annoyed that like this is my time to go over my problems and you're monopolizing it with yours, which are now, I guess, they're your fake problem.
They are fake.
That makes me feel annoyed also.
Interesting, because that was
fake
guilt therapy, and I guess we kind of transitioned already into annoyance therapy, which we can get into a little later. I have some mosquitoes and people scratching glass. We'll see if that see how that does.
I would be okay skipping that.
All right, who's ready to get some assholes waxed? I'm sorry, am I early?
Excuse me?
Am I early? I came too early again. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, remember the cue line. What's your cue line?
I can't. Don't look at me, the dog did it.
The cue line is, now we're going to wax your asshole.
All right, let's move it right along.
Ricky. Right along, Ricky.
Here we go.
Well, every week on the podcast, I choose an improv game and we try to play it. And this week's improv game is called Pundit Show.
Yeah.
It is a Watt original that we came up with ourselves.
That's
Three.
what original means.
3 players. 1 player is a political pundit and host of a nightly cable news show, and the others play guests on the show. The show takes place in 4 parts. Part 1 is a short monologue delivered by the pundit, introducing a political news story and offering some commentary. Part 2 is an interview with the first guest, a politician or expert connected to the news story. Part 3 is an interview with the second guest, who is a politician, expert, or pundit with a view opposite that of the first guest. Part 4 is a panel discussion / shouting match between all 3 players. The pundit is encouraged to be extremely partisan, commiserating with guests that share his or her viewpoint and berating guests with opposing views.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Time Out. I'm your host, Brett, and today we're talking about something that I just found out about, actually. I was on the internet, and I found out that there's this thing called the connected home, or the Internet of Things. And, boy, I got a lot of things to get off my chest tonight, because once I started looking into this, I gotta say, it is awfully nefarious. And I want to get your opinion on this, too. But first of all, because I'm a big-ass man, I'm going to bring on Todd Starlickson, who is a software engineer. And don't take it from me. He says he is a proponent of the connected home. Todd, how do you live with yourself at night?
Pretty well, Brett. I've got most of my home appliances all synced up.
So you do this. You're fully invested in the Internet of Things, and you have a refrigerator that texts you when your milk is out and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the things I have. It has a little camera, so like I can pull it up on my phone, and like if I'm shopping and need to.
So if you're at the store, you can look inside of your refrigerator.
Yeah.
On the internet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The World Wide Web. Don't you ever worry that some pervert in Tajikistan is going to be looking in your refrigerator?
Not really.
That could happen. That is entirely possible.
I guess, but I just.
Or am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm big enough to take it.
You're not wrong. Sorry, I wasn't really prepared for this discussion. I just came to be in the audience.
Todd, you told us that you were a software engineer.
I am a software.
You told us on the little card. We asked about the connected home, and you said, yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you're going to invest in your own home into this insidious breach of security and privacy, I would have expected that you would have a really good goddamn reason for doing so.
It's mostly just it's really convenient. Really
Todd, let me ask you a question right now. Let me ask you this.
A lot of times, at the software firm, I have to put in 12 to 14 hour days when we're pushing a deadline. I mean, sometimes I have to stay at the office for a couple days at a time, and so having all my stuff connected through that, it really helps me stay in touch with the home and all that.
We're gonna edit all that out. Okay.
Oh.
And we're good. Okay, Todd, let me ask you a question right now.
Okay.
Could you change the thermostat in your house right now if you wanted to?
Let me see. Yeah, I could do that.
Disgusting. All right, now it's time to bring on one of my longtime friends and no stranger to this show, Mark.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show.
Thanks.
Now, I don't know about Todd here, but I'm a rational human being.
Yep.
And I feel like I've known you a long time. I feel like you're a rational human being as well.
Thanks.
Tell me, what do you think about this whole connected home thing?
Garbage. It's nonsense. You know who's on the internet? Weirdos.
Weirdos. You got that right.
That's right.
There are a lot of weirdos. Todd, how can you deny that?
I'm sorry. He's my favorite character.
Oh.
He's your favorite.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love you too, Brett. You're what holds everything together.
I'm the host.
Yeah.
I'm the show creator.
You're awesome, but like he's just so funny. Whatever you have him on, I love it.
Thanks, weirdo.
Yeah, and you said garbage. Yeah, I can look up like what week it is, whether it's green waste or recycling.
I can do that
from
too.
my
It's called
phone.
a calendar.
Yeah, but I can do it from my phone, and then what I can do is I have a camera set up so I can make sure that my kids have taken out the right can.
So you're living in a surveillance state.
There could be weirdos looking at your kids.
Yeah, do you ever think about that? Some pervert in Tajikistan is looking at your kids?
Weirdos.
Well, I don't.
Internet.
The camera is on the it's on the garbage cans.
That's
not
right,
on
Todd. And what if your kids are pushing out those garbage cans?
I guess they would see my kids pushing the garbage cans out, but I mean,
Some people get off to that shit.
what people?
Weirdos.
Well, normally I would agree with you. Look around my neighborhood, knock on every door. Are you this kind of person? No. Oh, that means they don't exist. Except this is the World Wide Web. And in the world with over 7 billion people, someone's weird enough to do that.
Are you talking about Rule 34?
There are rules of the internet.
Yes, I in a way, yes, I am talking about that, except without the pornography connotation.
Oh, okay.
The problem is, God didn't invent cameras that go in the house. You know where they go? On movie sets. They don't belong in the home because other people don't belong in your home. Where are other people? On the internet. And therefore, clearly, they don't belong in your refrigerator looking at your asparagus.
But what about like home movies of like birthday parties and stuff?
I don't care for it. I'm not a sentimental type.
Because where else do those home movies go? On the internet, where there's weirdos.
If it's digital, it's not safe.
Not safe. That's an inherent property of
wait.
digital is not safe.
Wait a minute.
That's absolutely
though, guys.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, my grandma, she lives 3 states away, and like this is the only way that she gets to see her great grandkids is through the internet.
I think his grandma's a weirdo.
Is your grandma connected to the internet?
Yeah, she can use a computer. She can log on.
That sounds like a story to me. I don't believe that.
Yeah. Grandmas don't know how to use the internet.
Look, we got to go to a commercial break, but don't forget to follow us on Facebook and like us. And if you're watching this streaming on the web, go ahead and get active in the chat room.
Weirdos.
And remember, don't let anyone can't film you ever. We'll be right back.
Don't let anyone film you ever.
That was fun.
I like how ever was almost an afterthought. Don't let anyone film you. Let's see. Is that enough of what I want to say? No, it's not. Ever. There we go. That really gets it. That really drives the point home.
All right.
And left.
And forwards.
And
other political leanings.
And up.
And on.
And down.
And on.
And no repeats.
Nope, I'm tapped. That's it. That's all I got.
Well, it doesn't bode well for the next segment.
Uh-oh.
Let's get
Jiggy with it.
into it.
Thank you, Will Smith.
Welcome to Cody's Words of Wisdom. Soak up the knowledge.
Speaking of Will Smith, have you ever seen 10 fingers made of salad try to arrange themselves into a pion? It's not possible. I'm allergic to cherries, and so I couldn't touch it. But by the time the fire was out, the Raid bug spray was everywhere. I was trying to flitter my little wings, but I was out of juice, and all 17 of my cogs went right into the ocean. Don't punch a monkey, they said. It's illegal, they said. You'll fly to the moon and turn into some kind of small rodent that likes to type things in Excel spreadsheets. But not only were they wrong, but both of my television channels turned on at the same time. And I thought, is this The Price is Right? Or am I really doing some kind of swan dive into a great white's mouth? No, turns out that in fact, if you try to plug it in, look at it! It turns on! There's fiber optic cables running everywhere! Don't touch that marmoset! The jelly needs to go on the jam!
Ladies and gentlemen, don't touch that marmoset.
Don't touch that. Will Smith, I hope you're listening.
Well, thanks so much for listening.
We really appreciate it.
Even if you're not Will Smith.
Especially if you're not Will Smith.
And hopefully that tides you over until next week when we will do another episode.
Yep.
You get to hear our glorious voices all over again.
Unless, of course, we die
Oh, yeah.
now and then.
If we die between now and then, there's a pretty good chance there will no longer be a podcast,
One can only hope.
depending on which of us or how many.
I just feel like we shouldn't make promises we might not be able to keep.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, shoot. Dang it.
Look, no one knows if they're going to wake up the next day.
I love breaking promises, though.
So don't count on anything. Don't make plans.
Is that making it official, Cody, that you're going to be going into politics?
I never thought of that. But I don't really like lying. I just like breaking promises.
Oh. Wait.
What if you break a promise that you can't keep? Isn't that just
Then you get elected.
fulfilling? All right. Well, that's it.
Yep.
So thanks for listening. And until next time, my name is Dave.
I'm John.
And I'm Cody.
And I think we did something called wasting all of your time.
I concur.
So, good deal.
Goodest of deals.
Good night, folks.
If you enjoyed the show, then leave us a rating and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or anywhere that lets you put in a review. You can call or text the show at area code 916-235-3337. If you'd like to interact with us in any other way, then www.wastingallthetime.com would be a great place to start. There you can submit listener-suggested scenes and questiones, you can buy your own copy of the Fruitwards card game, you can read blog posts from Ted and the guys, and a whole lot more. So check it out at wastingallthetime.com.
Where isn't it, Dave? Shit, sorry. I'm sorry, I talked over it. I'm sorry, Dave. I was doing my best.
You're making it worse.
Wait,
You're making it worse.
How about now?
Right now, you're making it worse.
really?
I'm not helping.
Oh.
Timmy?
I don't. What it wasn't me. The dog.
Don't look
did
at
it?
me.
Don't. See, I don't remember. I was gonna say, do you guys want to do something else instead?
Yes.
This does not feel good to me.
Okay.
This felt like an actual story. Like, there was just a story here, and it was, this is interesting.
It was worth exploring,
Yep.
but I don't
Redraw?
think it. Yeah.